Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, anyway, that was lame. This video is going to be about Blood Moon by Brittany S. Lewis. So Blood Moon is written by Brittany S. Lewis, and it is inspired by the Vampire Diaries, mainly because I've never watched the show, but apparently there was a black character named Bonnie who really deserved more, because obviously a lot of black characters during that time on a lot of TV shows deserved a lot better. So I obviously, as soon as I heard that, I was like, say less, I'm gonna get this book, I'm gonna read it. Never watched Vampire Diaries, never will. But I'm a support. And so the story follows Mira, who is accepted into Lakeland University, and growing up she was very much raised on a lot of like mythology, so believing in like werewolves, vampires, that type of thing. That's what her town is very much always believed. That's what she was raised on by her mother. Her mother disappears, and now she's going to college. Her dad is a cop, or at least a retired cop, it sounds like he's still a cop, but he's been like at least taken off the case when it comes to trying to figure out where Mira's mother went. But yeah, she's on campus and she's starting her new life as a college student. There's some guy who's being really weird, being like, you shouldn't be here. And she's like, bitch, I don't even know you. I'm gonna need you to take several seats because I don't even know you. You're high, but I need you to calm down. We just dive into this world of mystery, vampires, werewolves. It's gonna be a series, at least I can think, if I remember correctly, it's at least a series. No, at most a series, maybe a trilogy. I believe it's a series. And so since it is a series, the story really just starts off with getting to know the characters. There's only like 2 points I really want to bring up when it comes to this like Fiction Friday type of video. And the first thing I would say is like the distant parenting, because it seems like Bobby is obviously very preoccupied with trying to figure out what happened to Mira's mom, even though he's not supposed to be doing it. I feel like obviously because Mira goes into the house and she sees like this board with everything there, so she's like, oh, my dad is actively looking into this, or at least was looking into this. And her dad is very much, I feel like he's kind of like a shell of a man. Shell of a man in a way where he still, obviously he feels his emotions, but he tries to hide them. So like when Mira goes off to college, you can see he's a little bit anxious, he's a little bit nervous, but he's not like overbearing towards Mira in the situation of her going to school. So it was very much like, it feels like a distant parent, because I mean obviously his wife just disappeared and he's been raising his daughter by himself. He doesn't know what happened to his wife. He doesn't know if she died or whatever, but she just like ups and leaves type of thing. So it's very jarring to go from a loving 2-parent household to being the only parent and being thrown into a lot of what ifs and just like a lot of questions in general, really, of what happened to your significant other, and now having to really hold down the fort as a single parent, because that's a huge adjustment. So I get it for the distant parenting. It's also sad because to me it kind of felt as if like maybe Bobby wanted to believe that she was dead. Like it was easier to believe that she would be dead versus her leaving the family. Like that's a harder thing to cope with, because it's just like, wow, you really just left us. Like I understand, like, okay, yeah, if someone, you know, you're running from somebody and you were murdered, whatever. Not whatever, but like that's more of like, it has more of a conclusion to it. It has more of an ending to it, versus just running away leads a lot of questions, and like why, just pretty much asking like, why didn't you feel safe to come to me and talk to me type of thing. So I feel like he's really just battling with that and having to be strong for Mira, while Mira also feels like she has to be strong for her dad too as well. So very much they're both putting on this facade of strength, when in reality they're both like very crippled with a lot of their thoughts and just really thoughts and fears, really, from her mom just disappearing. And I feel like there's also just like a very like unspoken like protective nature that they have towards each other. And we really see that, especially like in the beginning when Mira goes off to school and her dad is just like in his uniform. So like it's like very like, I can't say performative, but it's really just like unspoken protection. Like he's in his uniform. She's like, Dad, you didn't need to have to be in your uniform. Like it's a bit extreme. Also too with how Brittany writes, Mira is always referring to her dad as Bobby. Like it's very much at a distance when it comes to their dynamic as father and daughter. So there is just like an air of, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like as if like they're, it's weird. It's odd because I noticed that like it was always like, oh yeah, Bobby. I'm like, that's your dad. Why aren't you saying dad? Like maybe y'all have lost the connection. Maybe things have been severed. Maybe it's just weird too with the dynamic of it just being you two. Maybe you were closer. Maybe she was closer to her mom. Especially when one of the parts where Mira actually recounts what her mom said before disappearing, saying that she loved her to the moon and back. She loved her like 1,000 times over, and then your mom just disappears. Like I think that's pretty jarring too, where it's just like you've gotten this constant love and a lot of verbal like confirmation from a parent to now being with the parent who doesn't probably speak as much, or maybe you never really had like a deep connection with, like, yeah, that's her dad, but not everybody has the same relationship with their parents for, you know, with both parents. Like someone can be closer to their dad than to their mom, or, you know, vice versa. So maybe that's another distinction too as to why Mira talks like that in the story, calling her dad Bobby all the time. But yeah, it was very interesting. The second point I want to point out is just the missing parent. So Mira is really longing for her mom, but in a way it feels as if she's high functioning, so she's able to at least go about day to day, but she also has a lot of those thoughts of where her mother could be. There's other parts of the story where her questions start to amp up even more later on in the story. I'm not going to tell you, read it for yourself. But Mira puts a lot of energy towards her father, but she adapts very easily to her environment. Very much like she had adapted to her home life. Maybe it was a lot easier for her to pretty much fall into what her and her dad's relationship was like. Now that her mother isn't there, but you know, I can't remember. Oh my God, I can't remember what age her mom disappeared, but her mom had been gone for a while. So maybe she just adapted very easily to that new dynamic between her and her father. Maybe her father obviously didn't talk much or whatever, and so she always had that kind of relationship with him. So it was very easy to just slip into that day-to-day with him. So that when it comes to going to university, she can slip easily into the day-to-day at a college. So very much so where she's learned to place herself where she belongs without being a disturbance or a nuisance to other people. Minus the other character who was like, you shouldn't be here. She was like, dude, I don't know you. I don't know why you're like getting all weird with me. You're hot, you know, I'm attracted to you because, you know. But this is, no. I don't know what's wrong with you. But yeah, those are just the things that I wanted to point out. Since this is a series, we're going to see a lot more with Mira, Bobby, other characters. I don't want to spoil it for you, but please go pick up this book. It is really good. It's a really, really good start to this weird journey we're going to go down with Mira and all these other characters. I absolutely, really, really, really liked it. Highly recommend it. So if you have not read it yet, please go purchase it. Get it from your library. Somehow, some way, get it in your hands. Yeah, hurry up. That's all I have for this video. If you like this video, be sure to like it, comment, subscribe. Comment below what you thought about the book. What are you anticipating for the next book in the series? And until next time, stay magical. Bye.